All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich CELENZA. Thanks for checking out the Rich CELENZA Show. So, not sure what I'm going to call this podcast yet, but it's a conversation that comes up a lot in the sauna at my gym. And I'm usually quiet in the sauna unless somebody asks me a question. But a lot of guys in there start talking, and a lot of them are friends with one another. I even know some of these guys because a lot of us go at the same time. And they know I have a YouTube channel and a podcast, so I don't know if they're wanting to talk to me about it, but yesterday it came up again. It was regarding drinking. And I've been doing some podcasts on, what's going on during COVID. Are you drinking too much? Did you take care of yourself? Did you not take care of yourself? So I've been doing podcasts on this, not specifically on COVID. But yesterday they had some conversations where one of the guys, and believe me, a lot of these guys are very fit. One quit, I think, beer and wine. And he's getting really amazing results, according to him. There's a lot of other things, dieting and their eating patterns and all these things, which I'm going to probably do a podcast on that as well. But he quit drinking just beer and wine. And the results he got were much better. He feels way better. And other guys are talking about that they can't give up necessarily alcohol to that level. And they still feel good, and some don't drink at all and talk about how clear once they quit drinking, the clarity in their minds, how that became much more, I guess you could say, just better in general. How some performances with working became better, because I think statistically, people that work out drink more than people that don't work out, I think. That doesn't mean they drink more. That does not mean they drink more. There's more, whatever. But if most people that do work out, they have no problem, I should say, having a drink or two. That does not mean by any means they're alcoholics or anything. But a lot of men and women work out so they can drink because they want to stay healthier, so it kind of offsets it. I think a lot of younger people, too, that work out drink. So I don't want to screw up saying that, but some stat I once read, which I don't always necessarily read stats, but a majority of people that work out drink. You'd think they wouldn't drink as much, but they do drink, and a lot of them drink a lot. And I was thinking in my head, I've seen this amongst a lot of my friends because I go out a lot as well. I'm only usually a casual drinker. I like only one beer if I drink, maybe two max, and I don't even like that a lot of times. I'll drink water or Coke, even if I'm having a cigar or a coffee. But I'm not somebody who drinks a lot. But I've noticed, though, a lot of people drinking a lot more than ever. And a lot of people wanting maybe to back up on drinking and not being able to do so. That does not mean they're an alcoholic. What I'm kind of saying is I see them always kind of coming up with an excuse why they can have a drink or two. And I kind of went through this with pop or soda. My father owned a bar nightclub, so I drank a lot of soda. And then he even had a soda machine or a pop machine in his house till I was in my 40s. And he doesn't like water, so we're always drinking soda and pop. If I wasn't drinking water, milk, or juice, I was kind of a juice guy. But lately, I think because of COVID, I was drinking more soda. I had to back off. I always had an excuse why I should have a Coke or a root beer. I'd be like, oh, we're having steak? Oh, that's great with a Coke or a root beer. Oh, we're doing burgers, this. Pasta? Oh, man, I should maybe drink a Coke or an orange soda, or, if I'm not going to drink, maybe a glass of wine with it. My point being is no matter what I was eating or drinking, for the most part, for dinner, I should say, sometimes lunch, I wanted to have a soda. Before you know it, you don't realize how many of those you're drinking. And I think that's what's happening with a lot of people with alcohol. And if you are not feeling good at this point in time, because I keep hearing, people not feeling good, they don't know if they have COVID, they have a sore throat, they don't, they have headaches, they don't. Now, I don't know if it's because they got the shot or not or what. But I do think a lot of people don't want to admit they may be at home drinking more than before, also went out drinking more than before. And here's the thing, if you just want to test it, I'm going to wrap it up with this. If you do want to cut back on drinking, or you don't feel good, and you do drink, even if it's, a lot of people think, oh, I only have one or two a day. It could be wine or beer, or every other day. Look at the end of the month. That's a lot of alcohol. Even though you may not think it is, you may not think it's hurting you. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it is. I don't know what it is doing to you. Personally, I think everybody, things affect everybody differently. So some people could be like, I could drink X amount of alcohol throughout the week and it doesn't faze me. And maybe it doesn't. But you also may be kidding yourself where it actually is fazing you. You just haven't realized it because you've been doing it for so long. But if you go through the week, just try to back up on alcohol. Try to go a week or 5 days without having a drink. If you can't, you may have a problem. I'm just saying, I think a lot of people's cravings or things that start off fun I talk about end up addictions. And again, it doesn't mean that you're losing your job. You got to run the AA or any of that shit. But I do think people have to understand maybe they are addicted to certain things that aren't making them feel that good. And just by backing off just a little may go a long way. The guy in the sauna was talking about another one, that he doesn't drink Monday through Friday, and like a lot of people, or Monday through Thursday, or Sunday through Thursday, one of those, but he still drinks on weekends. He feels great, where before he used to drink periodically through the week and weekends. So that's his thing. Maybe you should just maybe try that. I'm not sure if you're drinking a lot throughout the week. But again, if you can't say no to a drink, right, or anything, it could be a cigarette, it could be a cigar, it could be drugs, I don't know what it is. A lot of people dabble in things very, minute. But if you can't stop yourself, then again, there may be a problem, and we have to acknowledge that, because it may get worse and worse, especially younger people. I talk about, you start off just like anybody else. When you started off with cigarettes, you didn't start off with a pack a day. You probably started off with one here or there. Then it became 2, then 3, then 4, and as time went on, you're up to 20 cigarettes a day. So with alcohol, just be aware of this. I've been around so many alcoholics throughout my life, and I just like to do certain podcasts. And it could be anything. It could be smoking. You may only smoke 3 or 4 cigarettes a day throughout the week, and then you want to just see if you could back it off, or just quit entirely, just to see how much of a hold it has on you. I did it with pop and soda, and believe me, it took me a while to kind of lean off and go, oh, I want that pop or that soda. And I'm back on water, and I just feel a lot better. That doesn't mean I'm not still drinking soda or pop. I just limited it. But it's hard when you have these habits. So I'm going to wrap it up there. If you got any questions or comments, you can hit me up. Email me, rich@richcelenza.com. My website's richcelenza.com, and I have a Mastering Self-Confidence program where I try to help men gain or lose weight in this realm, also break bad habits, and also help them with women and fitness and other things as well. I try to take a realistic approach on everything. It's just opinion-based, but I don't get caught up with getting overly technical with everything, because my God, sometimes these guys, when they start talking about things, I'm like, oh my God, why do you got to go over everybody's head and make this boring and not interesting? I try to help men make it interesting, fun, and kind of look at life, or take a different approach, a realistic approach on how to help themselves in any way I can. So, all right, take care.